Good day. Good day. Another day out and about doing my thing. I'm coming on today to Courtney Talks, and I'm going to be talking about the 2024 election. I just watched a video of this woman telling a black man that black men, now she was a black woman, telling this black man that black men are low informational voters. Now, I could have sworn I heard someone on CNN say that. Now, that was a Caucasian male that said that about black people in general. He just wasn't saying that about black men. Wow. The disrespect. So if black people happen to not want to vote for Kamala Harris, now we're low informational voters. You don't have to do a gang of research about Miss Kamala. First and foremost, she is the vice president to Joseph Biden at this time, right now. Yeah, there is so much that she could have done, like not signing being the deciding factor into certain bills that actually did not help the economy at all. It made things worse. And hey, I understand. I can understand. Not that I fully understand, but I can understand you're the vice president. So you the vice president just is backing pretty much everything the president is doing. But now you're running, for president, and you want all of these people to come out and support you after you sat under a president, which you're part of the administration that hurt and has hurt the American people. Wide open border, wide open. I'm sure most people know that the people that came across that border are getting 10 times more financial assistance than actual Americans. Wow. And it's your tax dollars. I pay taxes. We all pay taxes. Heck, even if you don't have a business, you have to pay taxes. I remember hearing a guy a couple of years ago say on the internet that it was the American way to pay your taxes. I was like, dude, go sit down somewhere, man. Go just sit down somewhere with that. No. This is bonkers. And then I hear Roland Martin, Ricky Smiley, and all of these black male entertainers, not all, but have the gall to act a fool, saying that you should be supporting, you should support this black woman. Story from yesterday. I was talking to a gentleman who's from Nepal, India. And he asked, he's newly here legally as a student. He's on, the student visa and all that. And he asked, and he was smiling the whole time, and he asked, Trump or Kamala? I said, well, it's not going to be Kamala for me. And he fell out laughing. And I was like, what? And he said, can I ask why? I said, well, she's the vice president to the gentleman that's in office now that pretty much is toppling the economy. And what is she going to do differently? Nothing. I know for a fact I have heard Donald Trump say something about no tax on tips about 2 months ago, and now she busts out with it. Do you know that doesn't make sense? What are your policies, Miss Harris? Vice President Harris? What are your policies? Don't steal someone else's. That does not make sense. Again, she says she's going to close the border. Now the mainstream media want to act like she was not designated the border czar. They were even saying the border czar until her campaign decided that did not sound good anymore. It needs to go away. Flat-footed, just lying to people. She was never the border czar. I mean, the insane disrespect that these people show. And see, again, the Democratic Party they just make me sick. How dare you keep coming, and I can't even blame them 100%. How dare you keep coming back to the black community every 4 years? Caping. Oh yeah. And the black, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and they don't do anything. They don't. The vote has been taken for granted on dark matter levels. Like, honestly, they do not respect black people. The black politicians don't even respect black people. Come on. Everyday American black people get treated like just fools. And by the people that you actually think is supposed to have your back, they do not have your back at all. Well, what, you gonna sit up and vote for Donald Trump? Yeah. I mean, it's not even about, oh, well, there's other people you can vote for. Let's just keep it 1,000. The two parties that matter, Republican and Democrat. It just is what it is. The other situations, nothing comes from that. Nothing comes from that. This is a wasted vote, and you're wasting your time. You might as well not even vote. Just let it die. Honestly, when Donald Trump was in office, the economy was better. Gas prices was down. Going to the grocery store was better than it is now. And if you're honest with yourself, you know it. My thing is, you can't keep lying. It's just, this is insane. This is insane. But apologies. The gentleman, when he and I were talking, and he fell out laughing, that's where I believe I left off at, and he said, well, what do you think about her nationality? I said, I believe she's Indian. You're Indian, right? You're from Nepal, India. And he fell out laughing again. He said, she knows she's Indian. And I sat there with my mouth open. I said, man, I wish I could have recorded you. And this Indian man says this. And he's just like, she knows she's Indian. I'm just saying, she was even on a talk show. What wasn't a talk show? It was some cooking show with a lady. I believe I know she's an actress, and I believe she's from that TV show called Parks and Recreations, and she's Indian. And she asked Kamala, now you're Indian, right? And Kamala said, yeah. So your nationality can be anything at any given moment? Because when they had signed in that Asian hate crime bill, she was Asian. So she was Indian, then she was Asian, now she's black. Because she went to a historically black college does not make her black. Because she pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha does not make her black. Because I know for a fact, I have seen white people, different nationalities at historically black colleges. There's a historically black college and university here in the city I live in, Harris Stowe State University. It was college. There are white people that go there in India. So that does not make her black because she's an AKA and she went to a historically black college. And I'm going to tell you even about that. Let's say she was full-blown black, a black American. To me, she chose what she was going to support. The downfall of the economy and an open border, which is hurting Americans, everyday Americans. So to hear that these people are disrespecting black men and disrespecting black people, period, it's just no. And I have no respect for any celebrity, let alone a black one. These are not gods. These are human beings with a little bit of cash, a little bit of extra cash than an everyday person. Who are they? They ain't nobody. No. You are not gonna bully people with this what is it called, identity politics, and telling people how you should move as a black person, blah blah blah. That's insane, because we've been doing that. What has it benefited us? I'm tired of statues and promises, and and nothing ever comes to fruition. It's like it's the wildest thing. I had seen a video yesterday from the gentleman Tariq Nasheed, and he played a video of Kamala Harris talking about a bank I never knew anything about called the Freedmen's Bank. Now, what this bank was, it was for freed slaves. These people were taking their money. These ex-slaves were taking their money and putting it in savings account. Now, Kamala Harris was talking. This is when she was a senator. She said, and these people it only took 5 cents to open up a bank account. And I did the calculations, and that's $1 nowadays. 9 years later, that bank folded, went out of business, and those people lost their money. Interesting. And in the midst of Kamala Harris talking, I'm looking at it just wondering, why are you even talking about this? Because within that, you didn't say we're going to do something about that. That money needs to go toward reparations toward black people. Now, no, she didn't go there. She started talking about immigrants, Asian immigrants, Mexicans, this. Why are we always folded in with everybody? Everybody is folded in with us. It can never just be black Americans. It's always black Americans and Spanish. Do you understand we are full-blown the low man on the totem pole in these United States? So when I go to the polls, I'm not voting off of feelings or whatever. I don't need this demigod messiah weird stuff. I need you don't. He's a racist. What about the economy? I can remember when he was president, it was Orange Man bad. He's putting out mean tweets. You can't be that sensitive. Come on. Let's not be that sensitive. And for the people that's saying, I'm doing great now. Well, good for you, because I know a lot of people that's not doing great. But for God, my husband and I are doing fairly decent. But what about the people that's not? What about, I listened to a black woman on MSNBC the other day say that she was used to paying $2 for a bell pepper. Now it's $5. She's just thankful she doesn't have kids. If she's struggling as a single woman who happens to be a nurse, what's happening to the single mother, the single black mother, or the single mother period, whatever their nationality, under this economy, under Bidenomics? I live in St. Louis, Missouri. The gas is somewhat decent. It's $3 right now. A Quick Trip, $3.19. The highest I've seen it was like $4.10. But think about California, $6 and $7. The East Coast, $6, $7, $8. That's insane. The last time I saw some decent gas prices was, what was that, mid 2019? $1.99. Woo, that was fun. That was some good, No. Come on, people. As a black woman, you're just not going to be able to keep disrespecting me. And you're not going to be able to keep disrespecting our men. This is insane. It's just insane.